Hello everyone and welcome to another webinar by Royal Cyber. My name is Shajil Ahmed and I am the marketing manager at Royal Cyber and I'll be your host for today. Before we start, if anyone is not able to view my screen or hear me properly, kindly notify me in the chat window located on the right side of the pane. So now for I start, I want to talk about IBM Tealeaf, which is one of the most crucial tools you need to analyze data from customer behavior to uncover trends and valuable insights. In this webinar, you will learn to quantify impact to revenue and quickly prioritize and resolve issues to improve conversions, adoption, and customer satisfaction. Let me introduce you all to our speaker for today. That is Mr. Nanda Kishore, who is a functional analyst at Lawyer Cyber, and He's like IBM certified TD consultant with years of experience in all phases of projects such as development, enhancement, and production support. He is an expert in both the flavors of IBM Tealeaf, like IBM on-premise and IBM on cloud. So without any further ado, let me hand it over to Mr. Nanda. Nanda, over to you, Nanda.
Thanks, Shajil. Good afternoon to everyone. I'm Nand Kishore. I'm working as a Tealeaf consultant here. Before we get started, I have a quick word about this webcast. We are live and interactive today. We welcome your questions and feedback and are to be a part as much as possible. We will do our best to answer your questions during question and answer session of the webinar. And let's start this webinar. And the agenda for this webinar is a few minutes about Royal Cyber, where exactly we are and what exactly we are doing right now, and the traditional metrics. How does the traditional metrics or helps to understand your website as well as the user behavior, and why we need some step ahead of what we are doing right now, and the reasons why the visitors may not be engaging, the impact of not understanding your customers well. There might be n number of reasons with the traditional metrics that we are doing right now, and we will try our best to answer what are exactly the challenges here, and one of the few of the use cases, followed by the question answers. About the Royal Cyber is IBM Premier Partner, has been working across IBM technologies since 2002, and we are mainly focusing on the WebSphere e-commerce and the Tealeaf, followed by enterprise marketing management solutions, which includes all types of marketing strategies like the campaign management and how those campaign management were performing. And we are the trusted and long-standing relationship with IBM, and also we are doing the best practices and policies by IBM. And about the traditional analytics, what exactly this traditional analytics and how we are measuring right now. There are multiple ways and multiple tools which are available in the market right now to get all kinds of user behavior, what exactly they are doing, and what exactly they are interacting on the website, or they're really looking at the website, what the business is looking for. At the same time, the real-time marketing, there are multiple social medias where and the marketing team or the marketing people can look into, and also the advanced segmentation. All these the traditional analytics tools will helps you to get the segmentation and fragment the data and look exactly what the business wants to look into, and follow the multiple channel analytics. With these days we will be using like multiple devices, which is called the cross device tracking as well. If a single user accessing the application from multiple devices, then we can identify the user uniquely. And also the customer lifecycle visibility. There are few tools in the market which through which we can get the benchmarking, against our competitors. Like, for example, if you're in a given industry, so you want to know in that industry how the people are, what's your competitors and what exactly their conversions and all. So these are the traditional and the digital analytics. With all these, traditional analytics, with all these the tools that are there in the market, these will provide you the numbers. You can say, like, the trends. You can create, excellent graphs to represent what exactly the behavior. But at any point of time, say for example in the right side of my graph, where we can see there is a dip in that trend line, can these analytics tools can, helps you to identify what exactly and why exactly the dip has happened on that particular time of the day or particular day of the month or week. So this is where the right now the challenge is here. See, with all these, whatever the traditional analytics tools there in the market, they can provide you the traditional way of measuring the numbers. How many people came to your website and what exactly they were doing, like only the numbers, but not exactly why there is a dip at any point of time in the day or in a day of the month. You won't get that. Why is that happened? So this is what with the traditional analytics, this is what the biggest challenge that we are facing in the right now in the market. So this is where understanding the digital customer has been a challenge. If something is dropped, we don't know why. Yes, we can only see that it's dropped. So we can see like the people are interacting with their respective laptops, tab, and the Facebooks, Twitter, and also we are hearing them if through the CRM or the customer services. So with all these, for any given industry, if you are in finance or in retail or some other business, if you are having a digital website, it can be through an app or it can be through web application, it can be anything. So how does we can understand the users who are coming onto our website, what exactly the challenges they are facing right now? So this is where one of our tools, the quality, is coming into the picture. So far we're talking about the quantity. The quantity is nothing but everything will be represented in numbers, but those numbers are sufficient. With the change in the experience, different competitors are providing different kinds of experiences. At the same time, with those kind of experiences, the people are looking for the similar kind of experience on our websites as well. So right now we're talking about the quality. Does that quality, there is no measurement for the quality. At the same time, you can't represent that customer experience in the form of numbers. Okay, what is the customer experience? Is it 10, 20, or 100? You can't represent that in a bar graph or in a trend line. So coming to the experience, there is a scope. Everywhere there is a scope to improve the customer experience. This is how you will measure that. So how you can see that, okay, I provided the best experience in the market. Whosoever comes to my website, they're able to find what exactly they want on my website. Can anyone say this one? I don't think so, because there are a lot of, we can see with these traditional numbers, we can see that there is a lot of dropping, in the funnel conversion. But with the help of the other tool that which I'm going to discuss here, you can see the quality, right? So moving on to what are all the specific challenges with the complexity of the application that we are facing. So for example, the chief marketing officer, he is doing like a lot of marketing stuff, but he is unable to get the business. Yes, he can see that there are a number of users coming from each and every day with the campaigns that the marketing that the guys are doing, but sorry, but at the same time, does those users or the visitors who are coming to my website, or they are converting? So these are the first 4 challenges that any marketing officer has to answer. So how does my data? So what are all their social interactions or the social, what is my website is doing? or they're writing any kind of negative comments or the positive comments. If it is a negative comments, how can I track those negative comments? So what is the, with the recent growth of different kinds of channels, different kinds of devices, and how does, if we look at it, different regions, the visitors coming from different regions having like different kind of behaviors. So one from Asia Pacific is having different kind of behavior on my website, and one from North America is having a different kind of website. And there are a lot of ways their local websites, how they are doing, they are not global, and their website which are on local, they're having different way of this is a small website where I can improve the user journey a lot. But if you are on the global, then you will see a lot of users coming in to your website, but to understand all the users behavior is very, very difficult. At the same time, you can't take that the user behavior in a traditional way of measuring the metrics. So these are the recent challenges which any website, any global website is facing right now. So this is where the quantity versus the quality differs. The quantity, we can identify like what exactly the users are doing and where exactly they are coming from and how they are interacting to my website. You can have a lot of reports like the funnel reports, or you can at the same time you can say that there are few tools in the market which you can see at real time where exactly how many people at any point of time, how many people accessing my website and which region they are from and how many people are actually converting, and you can see that real-time data, followed by the traffic flow through different channels like like the CPC, the paid channel or the organic channel or the any kind of marketing channel, how many users were coming to my website. At the same time, from all these different channels I can measure the funnel report. But out of the channels that we are talking about right now, so can you at any point of time, can you see that this particular channel, even though I can see a lot of users coming from this particular channel, but this particular channel is having low conversion? Why? You don't say that at any point of time that why cannot be fulfilled with the traditional metrics. So this why factor is the tool that I'm talking about here with the Tealeaf, which is IBM product, which will gives you the Y factor. You can say that with the help of Tealeaf, we can identify all those users, right, who are dropping at a particular step of the funnel report, and you can see, you can replay the user journey. Replay user journey, which means that you can mirror the user journey on your local machine and see what exactly the user did and what exactly the application is responding, because there are n number of reasons if the application is not responding. Might be your application is not supporting that particular browser or the operating system, or at that particular time of the point the application is unable to load that because of some other reasons. At the same time, if you're having any browser specific JavaScript validations, might be the browser is not able to handle that JavaScript which is there on your application. So there are n number of reasons why that application is not responding at that time of the point and the user is leaving the funnel, right? I mean, you might see that you can have a number of users, might be specific to some particular browser or specific to some particular device as well. You can be we can say every day we are seeing a new smartphone these days. So who knows that some particular smartphone, your application is not supportive. So how can you measure that? You don't know what they're exactly, what kind of devices they are coming up into the market and what kind of operating system they are using, because these devices is specific to the operating system. Every day they are coming up with new patches and new operating systems, and automatically the other way is around like automatically those kinds of new enhancements coming up live, and you can simply click on the device and those will be and you can say that those will be installed on your tab or smartphone. So you don't know exactly from a website perspective or a application perspective. Yes, you can see that dip, but you can see with Tealeaf, you can see why is that happened, and so that you can quantify the number of users with that specific reason, and you can also quantify the impact of that particular issue. Moving on, if you look into the traditional web analytics, these are the three teams which will be responsible for maintaining your application and at the same time monitoring your application. If the application is performing well, good, bad, or worst. So the IT team will be responsible for the performance of your website. At any point of time they can monitor the logs, and they can see the number of users who are accessing and the application is performing well or not, with those group of users. And the other team is like customer services. So these are the users who are directly facing the clients who are accessing your website. At any point of time, they can give you a call and describe about their problem facing on your website. And the other team is like business, which is responsible for what is the conversion, what is the revenue, how does the users on a given day or a given hourly basis, what is the trend, what is the peak hour of my trend. But if you look at, these are the teams independent to each other. There is no dependency. And if I say like customer services, they can say that at particular point of time, okay, this is the issue what we are getting, loads of calls. But the IT team say that we don't say anything specific to that particular issue in my logs. At the same time, the business can also say that we don't see any dip in my revenue coming to my website through my website. But the customers are saying like, okay, we are getting more number of calls. At the same time, if you look at the IT team can say that the logs are showing some kind of exception on a given journey, or the business say that, okay, I can see a dip on a particular hour of the day. But those doesn't necessary that those will have the similar kind of the dip in the the number of calls, or we can say that the space or the exception is coming in the server logs. There is no proportionate answer for those. But with the help of Tealeaf, we can club all these three groups. If at any point of time, if the IT team or the customer services team says that something is happening on a particular journey of the website, then we can immediately check in Tealeaf what exactly they are doing that's leading to that particular error, that's leading to the particular spike in the calls or the particular spike in the exception, or something has happened that leading to the downtrend of the revenue or the funnel conversion. So this is where the Tealeaf it helps you a lot. I can say that if you're already having any analytical tool, this will provide one step ahead of that analytical tool. If you're not having any other analytical tools that you are using for monitoring, then this Tealeaf will help you in both kind of as an analytical tool and as a customer experience management tool, where you can see the user journey directly. And this is where the unique approach that lets you to measure the customer experience. So with the help of Tealeaf, you can monitor all types of your applications. It can be a web application, or it can be a mobile application, or it can be an app as well. So this will monitor the complete customer experience on your website. This will have a lot of features, which is the real-time experience capture, where you can see at the runtime what exactly the user is doing. Say for example, the XYZ is a user who is accessing my application, and immediately he had some issue and he called to the customer care. So at that point of time, you can see that same user behavior on the Tealeaf, what exactly he has done, and that letting him to call to the customer care. And also the customer struggle detection. So there are a lot of issues with the funnel, where you can see every client I encountered, they used to say, the first thing they used to say here is they want to minimize the struggles in the funnel report, in their by the shopping cart view. And this is where there are a number of users. I can say that the number of clients, they can say there are a lot of issues on our checkout flow. Can you minimize this using Tealeaf? Yes, we can with the help of Tealeaf. There is no doubt on that, because the way the Tealeaf will works, unlike the other tools which will helps you to replay the user journey, when compared to those tools with the Tealeaf, there is a unique feature that Tealeaf will helps you not only the replay the user journey, but it will helps you in identifying the what exactly the customer struggle and what led him or led her to face that kind of experience. This is where this is a unique feature to the Tealeaf, and also the revenue impact analysis for any given issue. Even though it is a checkout funnel, there might be a number of reasons to drop at a particular point of time. You might see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 issues that's leading to this particular dropout, which one you need to prioritize? So this is where Tealeaf will come into the picture. The Tealeaf will identify uniquely with this particular issue how many sessions were impacted and how many users were impacted and what exactly the revenue impact from those users. So if we get from the top 5 issues, you can identify which is the low hanging fruit that will helps or that will increase my revenue, right? So this will helps in identifying and prioritizing the issues as well, and the experience, the replay, the customer revenue and recovery. So this will helps in identifying the users uniquely. At the same time, if you are capable of handling it, if you are capable of measuring the Tealeaf, through Tealeaf, the login IDs or any kind of personal information with like unlike kind of any kind of the card details or the payment details, this will helps in masking those information, but you can unmask or you can see the real users who are having the experience, and you can have the list of all the users who are experiencing this issue, so that you can call back to those users having best relations with your customers, and you can retain those users. Might be next hour you can say that I have seen and struggle in during the journey to our website. The issue is fixed now. Do you want to continue? He can say yes or no. With this, you can also identify what kind of struggle that the user faced. If he says no, to visit our website again. And this is one of the journey which is the most I'm talking about, the shopping cart. They added the item to the shopping cart for some reason during the payment or during the order review step or during the process just before the confirmation. They dropped the funnel report. That's a huge impact on the revenue for any kind of retail business. So with the help of Tealeaf, yes, this will help not only identifying the issues, prioritizing the impact or prioritizing the issues. At the same time, it will also help in retaining the customers as well. So this is where the Tealeaf is very, very powerful tool in identifying impact analysis followed by the customer retaining as well. So in simple, what is the difference between the traditional analytics and the Tealeaf? So for example, on my screen, you can see that the score at this point of time, which is 0 and 0. You can say what is the score or what is the revenue on a given website or how many users are using my website at this point of time. But what is Tealeaf? Why is that happened? Say for example, you can replay the complete game again and see what exactly went wrong, why they haven't scored, like which could be like 1-0 or 2-0 or 3-0, why it is only 0-0 at this point of time. So this is where the difference is. Here the difference is like a real picture of what exactly the user did on your website. So this is where the Tealeaf will help you in identifying these issues. It's not only if you're having, as said, it's you're having any digital analytics tools, then it will help you as a complementary. If you're not having any digital analytics tool, then it's your main source for identifying the issues on your website. So these are some of the benefits which we already discussed, but just for your benefit, these are the list of the benefits. These are I can say this is the partial list. of your benefits from Tealeaf. This will provide you the best experience in identifying the what is best, what is wrong, and effectively allocate the marketing spends, uncover opportunities for the growth, and improve the marketing efficiency by automating the personalized marketing programs. Say for example, like if you're having a promotion which is going to launch tomorrow, but some reason if you go and see tomorrow, there are, yes, you can see a lot of users who are coming to your website with this campaign, but somehow you are not converting those leads into clients. Okay, so in this scenario, you can monitor using the Tealeaf, you can monitor at the real time what went wrong with this campaign. For some reason, during the midnight, the support team has to enable that campaign at the backend system. For some reason, they not enabled it. So even though they are typing this campaign name, but they're not getting the discount. So hence, the people are left the journey. So you can see this kind of behavior real time. At the same time, you can fix that issue at the real time at the backend system, so that the rest of the users who are accessing or who are coming to use this campaign, they can use it. At the same time, as I said, the retaining the customers. So who are all the customers with this campaign? You can get the list of users who use this campaign till this point of time, but they fail to transact. So you can give them a call. You can call them, right? Okay, this issue is fixed. If you want to use it, you can use it right away. So this is another way, and increasing revenue by identifying and targeting the new prospectives. Say if you see any prospect client who is accessing your website, but for some reason they're not completing the journey. So in those scenarios, if there is a capability of marketing or giving some kind of 10% discount on an order of 500, then that will help the user to come to our website and place that order. Might be initially he might be trying it for 100 or 200, but if you give them like promotion activity, then that will help the users to place an order, and improve the customer engagement by reinforcing consistent and personalized experience across all digital channels. So the customer engagement is one of the main thing that we need to do on any given website, because we do maintain a lot of content on our website. By this way, we can see what exactly they were consuming the content on our website, even though they were not converting. And we can also say that maximize the lifetime value of each customer, which means that we need to increase the time spent on our website so that they can consume more content, so that they can convert. Even though they were not converting at this point of time, by consuming the more content, there might be chance that, who knows, they can convert tomorrow. And these are the list of clients for Royal Cyber. One of the client who are using most of the clients, you can say the Follett is one of our main client who are using the Tealeaf, and we are having multiple like HD Supply and Walker Nelson, and there are Kmart as well. So these are the main customers for Royal Cyber, and these are the global presence we're having right now. We have multiple branches across the globe in UK, Canada, and Mexico, USA, South Africa, and Australia, Saudi, and India. Our main branch is in Naperville, Illinois. We're having around 650 employees across the globe, of which 300 were the IBM practitioners, with 80 people IBM certified, and 12 were the management of services. So IBM used to recognize our services as well. We are the Smarter Commerce Self for 2013, and the IBM Impact Mobile Innovation Award for 2013 as well, and IBM Business Partner for 2013. And you can see these are the main partners for us. Like IBM, along with IBM, we also do SAP, Microsoft, and Oracle. You guys having any question answers, you can post it.
Guys, anyone have questions, so you can ask now, or you can email us at info@royalcyber.com, or you can just like send questions on your right side of the pane so that we can answer it. So guys, any questions? So I guess like Nanda, no question at the moment. Thanks a lot, Nanda, for like great webinar. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. And if you have any
Thanks,
questions, you
guys.
can email us at info@royalcyber.com. Thanks.